What's up, Gatie? What's good, Roddy? How are you, brother? Good, Noah. Morning, Angel. Good morning, boys. The lighting looks a little bit weird. That should be fine. Hmm. Deep. Hmm. Cool. Good to go. Uh, I'm just gonna make some key annotations. Um, those two levels. Dollar index has also been going lower. I do think dollar's a little bit more 50-50. Hmm. How's everyone doing today? New fresh. Let's start from. Yeah, let's do it, man. Nothing. Always feels good to start fresh. I just realized this is not the Nasdaq. So, so well, same levels. Um, Probably gonna be bearish today. I'm gonna be honest. I know we haven't flipped on the daily yet, and I said I'd have to wait for a flip, but we put in this high on Tuesday and we really left lower. We weren't able to get past that volume imbalance, and I just think that either we're bearish or sideways. And if we're sideways, that means we can still take out these lows. So, the fact that we got above NWAG and we flipped it, came back down. I think we are going to be bearish for the day, targeting that weekly low on Monday. So if we can find some sort of continuation setup, I would not, what I'll do is I'll do like a proper recap here, but you'll see that sweep failed to get above midnight open, which is interesting. Normally, I like to see a move above midnight open, but the ES has a nice move above midnight, I suppose. That doesn't really. Well, this is what I'm going to be looking for going into the day. Dollar index also looks bearish, but we'll see if it can pivot higher or something. Yeah, let's look at the economic calendar. I think what's happening. No, nothing too important. I mean, just PPI, which already happened. Some FOMC stuff, not really important. Sales, 10 a.m. Yeah, nothing really important today. So all the major news is gone. The mic sounds like a little bit off. You know what? I've been getting that. Let me see. Does it sound better now? Or is it still kind of off? A bit better. I think I was maybe just far away. You know what I gotta get? To be honest, I might just need a new mic. I might have to get a new mic. But I think what I need, I'll put the gain up as well. I think I just need a mic stand. Like this shit on my desk is not cutting it, bro. It's not cutting it. So while I sit here and eat my sandwich and answer questions, we will once we get closer to 9:30, I'll do a little bit of a breakdown of what I'm looking for. Just for transparency's sake, I'm gonna be looking for shorts primarily. I don't see myself looking for a long yet. Potentially could change. Yeah, the mic thing gets in the, I mean, I have a pretty big desk, but I don't know, bro. Honestly. Anyways, no biggie. So, for those of you who weren't here yesterday, yesterday was a great stream, man. Yesterday was like a roller coaster. It was great. But what I was gonna say was yesterday, I told you guys, I'm not trading my alpha accounts because they're waiting for a payout. So, you know, congrats to me. I guess we're getting our first payout. 3 accounts, 3 payouts for January. That's gonna be on Monday. So in the meantime, I'll be working on my Top Step accounts and take Profit Trader. This one. Um, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Minus 1.5 to like plus. It was more like plus 0.125. Honestly, I don't think I managed the winner as good as I could have. Um, but the live account's up 1.5% as well. So, hey, yo, Gaddy, do you feel that market from the last 6 months become more difficult with more volatility and less? I wouldn't say less edge. Is the market a little bit more unpredictable? Mm, not really, to be honest. It honestly feels the exact same the last 4 or 5 years. I know there's always going to be hard days, but I think people just have recency bias. They experience a hard day and they're like, oh, these markets are hard. Man, the markets are pretty much always like this, though, you know? It's always like this. I'm on my biggest winning streak ever. I haven't even had a back test. I haven't even had a back test win streak the size of the win streak I have now. Like, I'm so skeptical, by the way. Like, surely I'm going to have a little bit of, like, some losing days in a row. Like, so can you really complain? Like I see that the price action is not the easiest. You get me? Like I've traded way easier. It's been way more predictable in the past. It's not so easy and predictable, and it's this move going to go every time. Simple textbook setups. I can agree with you on that. Yeah, I'm on my biggest win streak ever. Does that say the market is easier or harder? Sure, but does it matter? I don't think it really should play a role. I'm not really into watches. Like, I mean, they're cool, but if you were to tell me, yo, this watch, I got it, or I mean, congrats, I wouldn't really know. So I guess the point I'm trying to make is, listen, I've experienced the worst month, and I've had it to be a winning month, and now I'm experiencing multiple difficult months, and I'm on my biggest win streak ever. So you become to learn that it really doesn't matter. You just have to take what the market gives, you know? Um, Obviously, experience probably plays a role, but there's always going to be hard days. There's always going to be good days. You just have to manage your risk and survive for the good days. Yeah, Silver at 91 is crazy. So I might have to sell my chains, bro. I have like a bunch of silver chains. What do I take? We should wait till 10:50. I don't know. I want to flip it. Wait till 10:50. That's quite extreme, I would say. I don't want to necessarily wait till 10:50. We have a good consolidation in here. I'm bearish. Pre-market sell side, that's going to be first objective for the day, low-hanging fruit. Ideally, best case scenario, market goes up, takes buy side, breaks down, goes sell side. That would be like textbook. Do I think we're going to get that? I don't know. I mean, who knows? We'll see. In the meantime, I have 5 minutes to eat my sandwich. So I'll be doing so. There's not really any news anymore. The 4-hour SMT. Which one? This one? No, that already delivered. That's long gone. I don't think that's relevant right now. So let's say hypothetically, market expands aggressively like this, all the way here. At that point in time, I would look for this and this. Expect this to be safe. But that's not what I'm looking for right now. Could be wrong, but I don't think it's safe currently. I'd want to see it again. Buy side to sell side setup would be A plus. So we'll see if we get that. Can I keep trading? No. If you lose money from your payout, then they're gonna deny your payout. Exactly. Classic model short would be great. Like I like the accumulation. If we just go up, back down, I would love that. ES looks a little bit wonky, but love that. Let me open up the accounts. Two minutes till market open. See if we can find an A plus short off the rip. If not, then we'll wait. You feel like we're gonna rip up? I mean, we'll see. I mean, the bias isn't so definitively guaranteed. You don't avoid PPI? No. The only days I avoid are before NFP and FOMC morning. Everything else is fair game for me. Hink of death. It hasn't really done much. Again, it could do something like this: sell side, reverse to buy side, and then we get the real move for the day. Um, I'd prefer though we just take out buy side. Um, like I'll be honest, it's not the most clear, obvious bearish bias. No, it's pretty clear for me if I'm being honest. Like I don't think we're gonna get these highs yet. Unfortunately. So I'll be honest, it is pretty clear for me. Although I think this is unfinished business. I don't think that this it just doesn't seem like it's gonna happen soon. I guess there's more we got to get done before. So market open, huge org. That is something we could target on a classic. That is definitely something we could target with the classic model. We'd have to take sell side though. So we opened here. Let's be a little bit precise here. Those are your org quadrants. Lock that in. So yeah, honestly, if we go down first presentation, take sell side, move up, I'll take a long targeting buy side. I can still be bearish and target this buy side. That would be a really good setup because we target org and pre-market buy side, and it's a classic model. So trading a manipulation leg, we'd have to just go clean move down. This not enough. Like we'd have to take this sell side and then get inversion. If you look at ES, it's going higher. So already we have a red flag. I'm going to take a look at YM. Actually, not yet. We don't need to look at YM yet. So ES went up, NQ went down. To me, that tells me there's no real move happening right now. Gym progress is good. I haven't missed any days, and I'm gonna go today. It's leg day. It's my least favorite day, but it's my light leg day. So okay, ES is now going down. So now if we get some sort of fair value gap here and we inverse it, I can go long. The market also might just go down, take all my objectives. Okay, well if that happens, I mean, what can I do? But let's just say, hypothetically, we get a fair value gap here. This would be first presentation. Pretty obvious, clear first presentation, right? There's no ambiguity. It's strong. There's displacement. Goes below sell side after 9:30, assuming it forms. We'll see if it does. And then if we inverse that, I'll take a long. Alternatively, it could just keep going down. But if we do inverse this, get above the sell side, I would expect it to go buy side first. So we'll see. Whatever happens, I'm happy with either. Let's just say hypothetically we did take that setup. 40 point. Yeah, we could take it with 2 cons, 3 cons, 2 or con. We'll start it with 2. Entering too early? No. Why? Why is it too early? Why do I even show up for 9:30 if I can't take an entry at 9:32? Um, DP. It will manipulate and take out that high on my life. I think it's fair game. I think the highs definitely could be in play. If we get first presentation inversion here, I will be taking the trade. It's just too good of a classic model. I'd want to see intermarket analysis. Looks like we're getting that. I will wait for closure. Would I take an entry here? Let's say I got 38 points. Yeah, I mean, if you want to put a buy stop, 732, call it 726. Whoa. Okay, I'm in the trade. So, um, getting in before the first presentation actually inversed. Um, taking a fill at 50% of that wick. Basically just saying that if it's going to go all the way up here, it's probably going to be bullish. And I'll set a TP for org 50 for now. Wait, I'm in a short? What the hell's going on here? I'm supposed to be in a long. Did I not click buy? Oh my god, I clicked sell stop. Okay, well, I'm in a long on top step, so it doesn't really matter. That was a mistake, obviously. That should be a long. I don't know how that happened. But I do know how it happened. It was a mistake. I clicked the wrong order. Anyways, this is the trade we're looking for. I am in on top step, so it's no big deal. I'm already going to move my stop to 50%, so 705. My stop is moved to 706. Stop loss reduced from here all the way to here. It's unfortunate, but whatever. I mean, top step matters more. I mean, there's more accounts, so it's no big deal. I accidentally clicked short there. Good thing I realized before, went too far. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna hope that it just runs the buy side. I'm gonna hold this trade, see if it wants to give the entirety of the buy side. I'm gonna remove the stop to 714 at this point in time. I would not want to see it return to first presentation, so stop loss moved here. My entry was a little bit higher actually, 739. I did not get the best fill, but if you guys remember the order I was trying to get, it was 726. So unfortunate in terms of execution, but we'll see what we get. Yeah, stop loss move to first presentation though, so risking 80 bucks. And we'll see if this can just continue higher. There's a breaker block in here. If it comes all the way back down and we get stopped, it will just take protraction. No big deal. So I like my stop loss exactly where it is. Trail SL. I'll make a line here. Trail SL. Original stop was here. This is trailed SL. Grab SL. So just managing risk. Same as yesterday. Nothing new. Say we get stopped, right, and it hits this line. What do? Well, if it gives me protraction, I'll just enter that. No problem. So it is coming quite down aggressively. I would not want to see it re-enter first presentation. If it does, we'll take an $80 loss. Okay, so there we take an $80 loss. Good risk management. We don't get the buy side. If we get a inversion fair value gap here, I'll simply re-enter the trade, right? So that's why I'm okay. Yeah, I don't think it should have came down this aggressively after running this high. So we'll see what it wants to do. Although, good trade. Could have partialed here, maybe. If I got the fill here, could have partialed here. But that was kind of a messy entry. If I got a fill here, I'd only be risking like $50 on that trade. But unless I lost 90 actually. No, that should have been like $40 loss. Because when I was measuring out my entry, right, I measured it out at 725 plus 1 point. It should have been a 726 entry. I should have only been risking 10 points. That's $40. So that was just overall kind of messy. Anyways, if the market gets a higher candle here like this, I'll take a buy right here. Let me make sure I click buy stop this time. I'll take that trade. Same idea. Stop here. So it would be a 40-point stop. Org 50 is 2R. Alternatively, though, remember, we were technically going bearish onto the day. It's just I want to see this buy side get taken. I'm going to remove this buy stop. I'm going to remind myself of that. We were bearish going into the day. So I'm starting to wonder, maybe that's all we get for buy side, Maybe that's all we get for buy side. I'm going to watch how we trade into here. I'm starting to think that maybe this could deliver aggressively lower. I'm just going to have to watch. It really depends how we trade in here. I could also take protraction short. So I'll take it either way. If we get a candle that moves up, I'll just take protraction short. Because we did take buy side. I can't say we didn't take buy side. We took buy side here. We don't have to take out more buy side. Watching this candle trade. Again, I don't know if it's going to inverse this. Like, it could make a higher high. It could make a lower low. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to take the next protraction model. Make my life easier. Right? So I don't have to try to guess. Take a quick look at YM. YM is making higher highs. Something to note there for sure. Just watching how we trade here, see if we get protraction. Like, I can always enter like this. Stop here. So if I can get something like this, I can take a little bit of a deferred entry. No big deal. Yeah, I think it's bearish. I think that was all the buy side we got. It probably should have aggressively broke even there. I mean, again, it should have been break. It should have been a $40 loss. That trade should have been. So if we get below here, we could also just take it like this. Would stop here. I could take it right now, technically. Wouldn't be a rule break. A little bit skeptical in that, though. I would have preferred entering here with stop here, which I can actually still do. If you see, it wants to come back up in there. Is there a 2-minute gap? It's already taking too long, though, if I'm being honest. Like, if I wanted to take a trade like this trade should already be playing out. Like, it should have already been below this low. It's kind of a red flag. So we'll see. Maybe we want to go back up into the 2-minute, although We shouldn't. We haven't made a lower low yet, so hypothetically, if we get something like this, I would short that for sure. But for now, we're just gonna see what happens. DXY red box is bearish breaker, and then white box is bearish fair value gap. Oh, there's a speed. Did anyone take that short? It's a good short. If we get a fair value gap here, I'll short that. One contract. Actually, no, I'll do two. Deferred retraction. So if I shorted this, stop here, moves down, stops now here. And if I was in this, I'd move my stop here now because of this fair value gap. It shouldn't trade up there. This one should stay open. If it gives me a fill on blue box, I'll take it. I don't think it will. I would aim for 25569.5. If I was in this trade, I would demand it slice right through right now. I put my stop at right here. I put my stop right here, and it's just sliced right through. Otherwise, it's weak. And it shouldn't be weak right now. It should be strong, like heavy. TP. I think you guys can get more. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. There is SMT there currently. ES hasn't made it yet. So I think it can slice through. Pretty strong candle. I'd still take the fill, or I'd wait for a protraction again. Either or. I'm looking at this, and I'm seeing. Yeah, I mean, I like the long I took. I think I just had to manage more aggressively because it was counter to my original trend idea. Which again, it should have been technically a like $30 to $40 loss. Unfortunate with the executions. I accidentally shorted down half R. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even talking about this account. I'm talking about on Top Step. On Top Step, I couldn't enter because I was looking at this, and obviously the time I had to realize what happened, and then I switched over to Top Step. My fill on Top Step was 739, but my entry was supposed to be 20, almost 20 points lower. So my entry is supposed to be here at 725. I entered all the way like up here, so I lost like 20 points. So I had to save me like 60 bucks, which I mean, it's not that much. I'm down half R. It's not even a big deal. I'm just I wanted people to know that I was aggressively managing the risk on that trade, because it was counter to my original idea. That's why. So maybe this 4 minute gap I can short that. Stop loss is not the best. So we'll see what we get. If we get a protraction, I would take it. I would take a protraction there. So I think ES will also take sell side. Yeah, we took out some daily lows there. Thinking, do I just want to sell this fair value gap like this? It's not a bad idea. It's a 3 minute gap. It covers. It's just a deferred protraction, really. That's what I'm debating right now. 950 macro, sell the deferred protraction. You know, so like instead of me just shorting here with stop here, I'm shorting on the retracement here with the same stop that would have been there anyways. Because my stop would still be here. Really, it could be here. That's 705.50. I mean, stop goes to 706.50. I mean, it's a risky entry. I think I'd rather. I mean, no, honestly, I like it, man. I like it. If this can tick up a little, we just straight into the 4 minutes, so it's possible I just missed it. But I don't want to see it just go a little bit higher. I may or may not short. We'll see how ES trades and do it at the same time, and so on. I think I may have missed it. We can always take no, the protraction is not good enough risk to reward. Right? I mean, what is that? 1.15. That's not good enough for me. I just switched to the 4 minute, and I just seen it now that it already traded there. 950 macro. I mean, we can wait for a 950 macro. That may also, because 5 minutes going higher. Um, let's just wait. Wait and see. Again, so if you're aggressive, you can sell right now. I'm not really feeling to be aggressive. ES has a pretty nice 3 minute gap. I like. All right, I'm gonna try. We'll see what we can get out of this. How low this can potentially go, I don't know. For now, this is my main objective. My stop is covering just the gap there. Uh, really, it should probably be a little bit higher. How many points is this stop? 32. Yeah, it's not bad. I think we just run the 50-point stop. I'm happy with the 50-point stop. So I'm gonna put this at 705 for now. Pick it exactly at 705. And I'm gonna set this down all the way here. But we will just manage. Again, I'm not setting a TP for myself. I'm just gonna wait and see. Oh, the best thing that could happen here is we make a lower low, and I just move my stop here. Then we're already risking for 80 bucks. Easy trade. That'd be great. I like to stop at 705. So this is what I'm looking for now. It's a deferred protraction entry. Um, yeah, if -1 is here, I mean, really, I should take -1 of this. If -1 is here, this should be easy money, in my opinion, but we'll see. I could aggressively trail right now, to be honest. There's a 5-minute gap. We'll see how the 5-minute goes. Really, we shouldn't even trade back here. But I'm going to give it a chance because there is a 5-minute gap forming. There's a 5-minute gap there. So if it wants to wick one more time, then go, okay, sure, I'll allow it to do so. I'll allow it to do so. Just give it a little bit of room for that 5-minute play. It could, you know. And I don't want to put my stop here. That's actually not a bad idea. Put my stop here. If it suits me, enter on the next retraction. That's what I'm going to do. 674. All right, stop's going down to 674. Cutting the risk aggressively. Go 67350. Oh, 674 is good. The idea of the stop loss is it's a 5-minute gap. If price is going to come up to the 5-minute gap, okay, so either I'm wrong or it's going to form another entry. I'll just take it again. I have no problem re-entering the trade. I'd want to see speed below here. Speed below here is easy money at that point. Buy pyramid. I'd have to see a move below here if I'm going to pyramid. It's not good enough yet. We haven't got retraction. I can't really do much on this right now. I want a pyramid, but doesn't make sense yet. I haven't really gotten that confirmation that this low is safe. I can't pyramid if I'm also having the idea that I could get souped and go. So I need to be sure that I'm pyramiding and it makes sense. Then I'm assuming this 5-minute stays open. If I pyramid on the 5-minute, okay, that's fine. I can pyramid on the 5. All right, moving the stop to 670. Risking $70 on this trade now. Good risk management. Again, I would want to see speed below this. I don't like that we're already not seeing speed. But sometimes it won't be the same candle. It'll be the next candle. So it's possible just wick starts going higher. Again, you could even argue a break even here. You'll just demand it that it goes below that low aggressively. I'm not going to do that. But I'm obviously ready to close if I ever need to. If I need to close it manually, I will. Again, it should be speeding down through, which it's not. It's speeding higher. So I may close this at break even. I'm going to move the stop to break even now. I think it just got us out break even. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to take it out break even there. I just simply don't like the reaction of that. So I'm going to take it break even. Fortunately, it still looks good on the 5-minute. I think it may want to go for that 5-minute gap. We'll see what this candle does. Good trade idea. You know, had I not made that first mistake, maybe I wouldn't have managed so aggressively. It's a good wick. If we're bearish, we shouldn't go below 50% here. But again, I still don't even like that, how much we came up there. We'll find out. I'm sure some people are already saying I closed too early. No offense. I don't really care what you say. I was demanding speed below that low. Not what I saw there. And my stop loss isn't really the best. So we are seeing some more speed now. There we get back below the low. And I'm happy to miss the move if that's what's going to happen. Still objectives here. This is Tuesday, January 6th low. I think all these could potentially be in play. This is like best case scenario. I wouldn't expect much more lower than this. Uh, yeah, that's all. Reminder that ES still hasn't taken out this objective, so I definitely still see there's movement lower. I guess we'll probably not come back to the 5 minute. That was my main concern, that we were gonna come back up to the 5 and then maybe go lower. Maybe I should have stayed on the 5 year, but I don't know. We'll see. If I was in the short, I would still feel good about it not coming here. Obviously, now that it wigged and went below, but really, it should have sped lower. Maybe I was just a little bit. Oh, yes. No, it's not really a trade I can take. We have to wait. Wait, take the break even. Payout hit our market open. Nice, brother. It's macro time. Yep, it is macro time. Nope, might open it. You in the FOMC meeting? Am I in the FOMC meeting? It's Supreme Court about tariffs. Yeah, we'll see. Thought and profit because SMT. That's not a bad reason, brother. Yeah, there's a lot of fake accounts of me. You smack DP, nice. That was news on Alpha, so I trade aggressively. I don't think there was news on Alpha. They use Forex Factory now. Yeah, there was no news on Alpha. Just the 830 stuff. So you're safe on that. You consider this good PA? Yeah, I think this is very clean. This is very crystal clear. I didn't manage it as nicely as I wanted to, but we're only down 80 bucks. So, what's your max bench? I don't know what it is anymore. I haven't benched in a while, but I have benched 275 before. Pounds, 275 pounds. Just again with you. I have benched 275 on everything. I think I've. Yeah, that was my max. I used to be like really into the gym. Then I got injured. It's been a while. No, it's not 3 plates. It's 2 plates and two plates and 25s on each. I'm 5'11". I don't know how much now I can do. I could probably still do 2 plates. Can we long now? No, you can't just long because it went down and you missed the shorts. Still bearish. I am strong. Yeah, I mean I used to work out a lot. Then my back got injured. Then I had some like stomach issues and just took a lot of time off. But I'm trying to get back into it. Get back into it. 2 weeks strong so far. Assuming I go today. Yeah, I had a bad back injury, guys. It was a bad back injury. When I injured my back, I literally was like paralyzed. Like I couldn't even go. Like I couldn't even move. I couldn't move. I injured my back. My friend had to carry me like this to my car, dead ass, all the way through the gym. I'll show you guys my physique at my peak. I'll show you guys my physique at my peak. This is not now. It's not that far off if I'm being honest, but oh, why do I randomly? Does anyone in chat know what you guys are low key not even gonna believe me, bro. This is my peak physique. You guys ready? I don't think you guys are ready for this, bro. I got a disc bulge. Obviously, this is like with lighting and after a pump and shit. But I was pretty D's, bro. I was pretty D. There's all the levels hit. Well, not the last one, but most TPs, I would say. It'll probably make a lower low than this one. Um, I would trail my stop here if I was. I'll trail my stop right here, actually. So you only losing on 20 points from the TP, potentially to make 45. Yeah, it's unfortunate. This is such a textbook short. We really were a little bit offside today. Like I should have, maybe if I didn't take this long, I would have just shorted this and held. So not the best, not the best management on my end. I think that last objective will get hit. That last objective is gonna get hit most likely. Yeah, unfortunate. I mean, we managed risk well, but I did not manage that trade well. I mean, I had all the targets. I was clearly bearish. It was the macro. This candle kind of faked us out. It does hurt a little bit, if I'm being honest, but it's a little bit, but it is what it is. I don't want to like make a bad decision just because we ended up missing that. It's such a nice sell off. Like this is crystal clear. Like if this shit formed every day, almost got one runner. Nice, yeah. What are you leaving a runner for? If your runner is still here, just close the trade. That's not a runner. That was a crawler. You know? Yeah, stocks will go down. Maybe for some time, yeah. Yeah, this was so nice, man. Should I just slap on a P&L tool and say we called it? I was even gonna short this gap. Hesitated that. Shorted the retracement here. Yeah, maybe I should have accepted it. I really just feel like that initial thing that went on here with the long kind of just set me off, like put me on edge here. Like I don't like that I got my fill all the way up here when my entry was supposed to be here. I don't like that I took a long on this account when it was meant to be short. And I feel like that maybe influenced my decision making here. Like I let it, obviously it's my fault. We should make the lower low here. I wouldn't want to see it go any higher than this. Whoops. But it is what it is. I mean, we called the move. We're up really good. Can't be mad. Could you imagine if you didn't read? The entry still wouldn't have been better. Like my short entry was here. I guess it would have been a little bit better, but not that big of a difference. Logic behind the trade. Well, we were bearish going into the day. Swept out some pre-market highs. Not all of them, but we got these equal highs gone. So that's classic model short double purge. By the way, this is double purge. Accumulation. Put in the low, high, down. This entry is breaker. Fair value gap, 950 macro. And this entry is classic model off the bearish. It really was just this wick right here that got us, eh? Like, if this thing didn't go so aggressively, I'm just talking hindsight now. It's what it is. 10 a.m. reversal. Honestly, I don't know, man. Because if we get a candle that looks like this is the next objective for the next couple days or like next week. I'm just saying, if we're gonna get a candle that drops like that, it could go lower. Could definitely go lower. Did I trade? Let's just say we're yeah, we traded. We traded, unfortunately. Well, not the cleanest performance. Just sloppy with the executions. Some technical errors. I'd be cautious entering short now. And again, like I said, this objective is low hanging fruit because it's not even -1. So That's why I thought this was very possible. Because if we're going to manipulate that much higher, I mean, surely we're going to move at least -1 lower. And at least -1 lower means this objective is easy. This one's more than -1. I'd expect that to be easy too. Um, I'm just scanning the risk to reward here. Whoops. On the 5-minute silver bullet play. And it's really not there. 1.4R. I guess you could put the stop here. I mean, it's a 1.6R play. It's not bad, given that you would be predicting the protraction in which you can scale in pyramid on. I might take it with one contract, and then if we lose, we're only down 1R. Silver bullet. 5-minute fair value gap. We have the daily equal lows. Dollar index made a higher high. I'm gonna wait for it to stab in there. All right, I'm gonna try it. So the goal of this trade, I'm just taking it with one contract. So again, another deferred protraction. Um, hoping for a little bit more of a. Yo, what? Am I tripping or did I look at this and the risk reward was like 1.6, 1.7? Now it's looking like way worse. Like a 1.2. Which is fine, but I only sacrificed my stop. I guess I didn't get the entry I was looking for. Where's my entry? I guess 8 points really made that much of a difference in the risk to reward, huh? Because if my entry's here, it's 1.7, and my entry's here, it's 1.2. Anyways, the stop goes to the top here. I'm not gonna change it now. If this candle touches and goes lower, I'll move my stop. That's pretty much break even, yeah. So there's good news in that sense. If we get below here, this candle right here, goes lower, I'll move my stop here. For now, my stop will cover the 5. So risking half R to make 1R. Well, no, sorry, to be break even. Silver bullet idea. Not the highest risk to reward trade, but it's 1 micro. Are we forming a 15? There is a 15 here. I wouldn't expect that to get traded into. If this doesn't play out soon, meaning if we don't make that lower low soon, and it gives me a chance to break even, I'll close it break even because I don't want this 15 minutes to form. Because if this 15-minute forms, I'm probably going to get souped. Although my stop's not bad for the 15. We'll see. I like that dollar's going higher. Nasdaq should be going lower here. Take a look at YM. YM looks good too. 5-minute bearish. Yeah, they're all inside of 5-minute bearish, so it's just really a silver bullet play. You know, if we're gonna take this, this is the right trade. If we're gonna reach this line, then this is the right trade. If we're not gonna reach this objective, well then I get stopped, and you have other stuff in play. Probably maybe a more range bound, or start taking out intraday highs. If we get below here, I'd move my stop. Stop's currently at 624.75. If this candle here trades to here, that's when I'll move my stop. It has to be this candle. If I'm gonna jump like what's it called? Like pre-enter on the protraction, I'll move my stop here after it goes down. And maybe pyramid. We'll see if if the risk reward permits. We're all on the same page. This is a 5-minute silver bullet play. Technically, silver bullet play stop needs to be here, but I'm running it at 624. I don't think it's go all the way up there. Again, just want to see it trade down to the 5-minute open. I want this to play soon, otherwise I'm gonna cancel early because again I don't want this 15 to form. It's forming in 3 minutes. We should be getting 5-minute OB soon. Otherwise, I have to cancel and see what the 15-minute fair value gap gives. Wow, strong push there. That takes us out. So we're down 1R on the day now. um, we'll see what this does. See what this does now. I'm gonna make these lines gray. This color. Still think it's bearish. I don't think it's gonna flip yet, but pretty volatile candle. Make these lines gray. These are targets that were met. Potentially a 15-minute protraction play. We'd have to take out this high. So maybe I like the equal lows we set. In hindsight, maybe I should have moved the stop here, but that's super hindsight. I'd have to see this high get taken for me to consider anything sell side lower again. But that's a 15-minute gap. Did ES trade into it? No, it didn't. Yeah, I'd have to see that. So if we get something like this, I'll short that again. I needed 5 points and just bottom ticked it the wrong way. I mean, if you needed 5 points and you short, it happens. I suppose. I don't even want. I don't even have. I don't have any comment. No comment on my end. On the next trade, I'm gonna risk half R. I don't want to be down 2R. Currently, we're down 1R. Org 50. Possible. If we really do reverse this whole move, I'd be quite surprised. It's possible though. It's possible. I won't act like it's impossible. I'm gonna leave those lows. I don't know. I really like it going back down there. Dollar index is also pivoting higher. If we look at YM is looking pretty bullish actually. I don't know. We're just gonna have to see what happens. Play it safe, play it slow. For now, my idea is this 15 minutes to be forms because AM high is safe, this high is safe, and it continues. But that's a really strong 15-minute candle, around 150 points. So we'll simply have to see. There's the minor buy side. We'll just see what happens. First presentation was here. So I'd have to see probably, yeah, I mean 2-minute inversion works, 3 minutes forming. Any of those. We did get 5 minutes CISD. Oh, interesting. I don't want to shift my bias, but just hypothetically, I'm looking at this. Hypothetically speaking here, we get a full daily flip. 2.5R. Have to risk 1 micro for 500 bucks. Yeah, I'm just curious. I mean, the 5-minute CISD is there. Could it reverse? I mean, we took out Thursday, January 8 low. There is a daily SMT with ES right here. A lot to ask for. but it could deliver. I'm just gonna have to wait and see. It's not something I'm looking for. In my opinion, it continues lower. Who knows? The thing is, we'd have to invalidate this whole thing here, which is quite rare that you see like you're gonna see that much displacement and it gets invalidated. The 15 looks fine. The thing is, if we're gonna come all the way back down here, we're probably gonna go lower than Tuesday, January 6th. I don't really have another target. Maybe in regular trading hours. This org here that we never filled. Old org. I'll look at the bottom half. I'm looking at this and I'm just saying if it's gonna make a lower low on the 15, it probably has a lot of room to go lower. Yeah, so see, like that's what I'm trying to say. If we're gonna go below Tuesday, January 6th low, and we're gonna come all the way back down here just to sweep this, doesn't make sense in my opinion. Either we reverse or we're gonna see an even larger sell-off today. This is a deep retracement. So either this is a reversal higher and it's protraction longs all the way here to morning session high and pre-market high and fill our org today, or we're gonna probably fill this old org from like a while back. We'll just have to play it by ear, wait for protraction, and go from there. I'm favoring lower still, but we'll just have to see. You could try turtle soup here. If you're aggressive, you could try turtle soup. That's 5R. I wouldn't take it, but take brief. Just the high form, then so you can sure maybe, assuming that it's safe. I wouldn't, because I don't have a clear bias. It's like 50-50 for me right now. I'll be honest. I don't have anything really clear, in my opinion. Nothing too clear. If market goes up here and then gives breaker, I'll short. Have a look at RTH. Oh, no. You doubt it'll go lower? Yeah, I mean, we'll see, I guess. More like 50-50 at this point. Like, the way I see it, it's still pretty 50-50. Get a breaker midi here. I really like breaker midi. Dollar index moving higher, maybe. Strong closure here. Like short. On 649. $100. That would leave me, if I lose that, I'd be down 1.5R. All right, let's try it. One contract risking $85. That's half R for me. 2R is my, or sorry, 2R is $100. $200. Expecting a continuation here from the 50-minute fair value gap. Traded up into it. We got an SMT. That's it. 50-minute fair value gap, SMT. Displacement below that wick. Honestly, follow through. Viewing this as a bearish order block. That's it. Pretty simple. The timing isn't the best, but still 10 a.m. idea. Still a silver bullet idea. If I'm wrong, obviously protraction long forms here. this low would be protected. So it is a play on narratives here. So we'll just have to see. Like obviously this is 5-minute CISD, 5-minute fair value gap. Could definitely be wrong. Makes higher high. If we make higher high now, in my opinion, this is the objective. I could even flip my trade. If we make higher high, I just enter long, stop here, and that'll be last trade of the day. So, well, I don't really like this low. It's not as deep as I would have liked for a potential protraction long, but I'll play the protraction on either side. Dollar index is moving higher, so I'm favoring lower. Dollar index, seems like it's gonna reverse here. The same structure on dollar is there. I'll take a look at YM. YM not as clear. Hasn't really done much today, if I'm being honest. Looks like we will make a higher high. I'm considering here just flipping. If we lose the flip, we're down 2R. Call it a day. ES is a lot weaker. Makes sense. It made the lower low. Wait and see. ES is weaker. If we get stopped, there's going to be another SMT. I think I'll just wait for 1050 macro if we lose, to be honest. I'd consider flipping. I would tape read it. I don't want to trade it because that'll be my last trade. So I'm going to take one more trade. I think I'd rather be inside 1030 or 1050 macro. So ES looks a lot better. I wish I took this on ES. ES is 5 cons. So if ES show me some math on ES. 5 is 50. We'll see. Suppose you can move the stop to 689. 68875 if you really want to be diligent. Take it from there. I'm going to short on my live account ES. The order block. I don't like this candle. It should have sped up there. This next candle will dictate, in my opinion. If next candle speeds down below here, should be relatively good. Just right there, sensitivity on the OB. Leaves this little small separation open. Very small separation, but it's there. Otherwise, it's choppy. Make a higher high, maybe lower low. It's more 50-50. But I'm happy with the risk. I mean, I'm risking $70. It's pretty good. 0.5R or something. Took out that low. I think my best case scenario is 396. That's like best, truly best case scenario. Like if we get 396, that would be like insane. Wait, 396 is a long way. I don't even see it on my screen and my monitor is huge. Wait, did I say 396? I did. 396. Yeah, no, I don't think that could be. That's insane stuff, right? That's 270 points lower. That's extreme. I think 527 is a lot more logical. The thing is, like, if we're gonna come all the way down here just to take, I guess at this point now this is like engineered low, so it makes sense if we're not bullish. So let's just set this at 5, 534, just for simplicity's sake for now. That's the target. The daily equal lows that are, this low and the old low. Not seeing much speed on this trade. But I'm just gonna let it ride. I mean, we're risking $70. Potential to make around 250, assuming we don't take any pyramids. So it's a good risk to reward. Actually, on top side was better. I got it at 652, so it's getting 36 points for 125. So what is that? 4R, maybe 5R. 3.5. How is that? How is that? How is that possible? Yeah, 652. Yeah, 3.5 is what I'm looking for. So we'll see. Dollar index is moving higher, which is a good sign. Slowly but surely. I'm also in on my live account on ES. Objective for ES is 935. I'd be happy with 935. Not much more to say than that. We are up so little. It's actually sad. Like it's actually like kind of moving so little. Let's move the stop to this body high now. 683. That's what I get for making like silly mistakes earlier. Clicking sell by accident. I don't know why I was trying to enter on a buy stop here when the market was literally already at the like. That's just my fault. Like such a silly mistake. Like such a small silly mistake. Um, there's not really a clean fair value gap that I'm seeing be inversed. We'll just watch. You could probably move the stop to 66975. Sorry, 66950. Now we're risking $30. I ran out of storage on my phone? How? Stop loss on ES is 662, so pretty much break even on my live account. Yeah, ES is looking a lot better, guys. I'm kind of happy I took this on. I should have taken on ES on my funded as well, but check out oil. Give me a sec. Yeah, I'll check. Let me check it out here. Oil's just so bullish, bro. It's literally gonna take out all those highs. Are you holding a swing trade? Because if so, man, props to you, man. Props to you. All right, stop is being rolled. 2662. Whoa, sorry. I thought looks way close. Way better fill on top step, man. Live account is spooling. I'm break even on the live account. I'm looking for another 8 points. 8 times 5, 40. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 5 is 40. So that's 80. I mean, it's like literally only positive feedback. Stop at 652 now. Break even on top step. Slightly break even on this account. I mean, ES is going, so I'm just gonna hold this on my live. See if we get a full TP. My one and done trade for the live account. I don't know what it is. If this ends up playing out, I think I need to take a paper trading break or something because there's gonna I can't be winning this much. Like I'm not even trying to like brag. I'm genuinely so skeptical. Like what would you guys do if you go on your longest win streak ever? Like I need a losing day at this point. I know it sounds like I'm trying to be like cheesy and shit, but I swear to God I'm not. Like what do you do? What do you do when you're just like on your longest win streak and you don't lose and you just show up every day and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Scale up? No, that's the last thing I'm gonna do. I was talking about taking a break. You talking about scaling up? Scaling up? What you mean scaling up? The last thing I want to do is scale up. I'm probably gonna lose if I scale up. Every time I try to aggressively scale, it doesn't really work out in my favor. Why did my broker just sign me out? Literally mid trade. Like I know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel. You know, like what I'm trying to do is like assuming losing is coming, I'm trying to just make those losing days less than 2R. Like I'm approaching the mindset like, okay, we had a good rise in equity curve, probably gonna see a dip in equity curve. Let's make sure that dip is manageable. So keep the losing days under 2R. And I keep showing up with that mindset, but I really haven't had a losing day since December 4th, pretty much. Or December 5th. So like how long am I gonna have that mindset? Like don't lose 2R, don't lose 2R, don't lose 2R. You know? See if we can survive this retracement. Nasdaq retracing a lot more aggressive than S&P 500. I want to see the S&P 500 stop. I'm going to put it right here. 658. So, yeah, Nasdaq retracement a little bit more uncomfortable. ES a lot more comfortable. You think ES can go lower than this? We'll see. Just have to survive this. We may get an opportunity to add a contract in here. That would be nice. Stop should be here, 651. Yeah, I mean 651, 65. This is fine. 65075. That's where I have it on Top Step as well. So just gotta see if we survive this retracement. Um, done for the day. Nice. Yeah, yeah. I mean, links there. I want to take a re-entry if possible. If market does this, I can move stop to break even and add contract. That'll be an extra 100-ish bucks. So we can maybe even up on the day. We'll see if it gives it to us. It may not, but it may. Exactly. ES has to play catch up, right? Six sister approach. That's why I traded ES on my live account. I was already in on this, so yeah, I haven't really made any annotations for you guys. So this SIBI, obviously, this one you want to see stay open. You want to see the heaviness, the lower low, move stop here. I would add a contract if we get speed below this low. Sell stop here. That's not really. It doesn't really make sense to add a contract there. Like it's too far down. You know, I feel like that's just kind of greedy. Because I'd be literally taking a trade like that looks like this if I add a contract there. There's a 1R. That's aggressive. So I'm literally playing with like 3 points away from TP here. 8 on my best case scenario for S&P. I mean, I can hold. I guess I just need to practice holding on my live account too. I tend to close trades earlier. I think just even if it comes up, take one partial. That'll help me hold this trade. So I'll take one partial on ES on my live account, and then we'll leave the runner. And we'll try to juice this runner as much as we can. So one partial on my live. We'll roll the stop to 57.50. On ES. And then we'll just let ES go. I mean, if NASDAQ is trading this far down, I'm talking to 527. There is a daily low here at 931. So I'll put the order there. I don't know if it's gonna give it to me. I'll put the order there. As a best case scenario target for that. I may just sell this 5-minute gap for my ES trade. 660. Yep, ES a lot better. I had a feeling. I probably should have just trusted myself there and taken it on ES, but I mean, it's no big deal. I'm looking for basically this on ES for my stop is. I may short this 5-minute gap. And just make sure my stop's above 50% of that. So 652. Which is still break even on Top Step. Obviously, once I click sell, it's not going to be break even, but the risk will be small. If we get that 5-minute gap, I'd short one con 1030 power of 3 idea. Wouldn't expect that to flip if we're bearish. So I'll add one more in there if it wants to go up, sweep this high. Whoops. Otherwise, we'll leave it like this. Take care, bro. Daddy, do you think I should trade my 150k eval aggressively? I've traded 6 macros about 1k so far. Yeah, I would trade aggressively. I mean, can you afford another one if you blow it? Or is this your one and only? I'm assuming if you can afford a 150k account, you could probably afford to trade aggressively. Shit. Want to aggressively add a contract here? I can always add it if we break below. That's another concept. That's why I'm not jumping the gun. Like if we get a closure below those candles, I can always just add one there. What this line is, but I'll put TP there for now. Yeah, I mean, let's just wait and see. Because if we're taking the price point from here to here, I short entry will be 15 points. So my new entry will be here. Sorry, just doing some math. New entry will be here. I'd be risking $30, $60. I don't really want to risk $60. I don't want to trust this. I think we just wait for the closure below. If I'm in a pyramid, I'll just pyramid on the protraction. I'm trying to get like a better fill and stuff, but I think we just pyramid on the protraction. Thoughts on 10:10 a.m. order block? Okay. This I wouldn't view that as a bullish order block. Um, I would view all of these down close candles as a bullish order block. Include that there too. So if we get a protraction short here, I'll add a contract. Stop at 652. This is 30-second chart, a lot more cleaner. You'll notice this SIBI. See if that gets supported. If so, I'll move my stop. Looks like that partial on ES is gonna pay me today. Percent realized. See if we can get more. Obviously, it's just a big 5 minute gap, but I'm looking at the 30-second chart. Okay, there it is. Stop move to. Wait, hold on. Let me check how displacement. How much displacement? Okay, stop to 634. Short. Short. Okay, I like that. Good stop loss. That's 6. So we can put the stop at 632. 63150. So I'm still break even on Top Step. And we're gonna play this for 2 cons now. I'm gonna stay on the 30-second chart, just a lot cleaner, easier to see what's going on. I'm just gonna put this here so I can just see everything a little bit clear. Again, there's only one thing I want to see at this point: speed below this low. If this plays out, that would be a little bit too. It'd be too. Nasdaq would be too nice to us. It would just be a little too easy. 1050 macro is coming. It's possible we get something like this. In which case we get stop break even. I'm down 1R on the day, and I walk away. I'd walk away with the red day. I'd walk away with just 1R red day, and especially on a day like this where I'm really only red because like I don't want to say technical issues. Obviously, I made mistakes, but like you guys saw the read. We were on point. We had the issue by accidentally clicking buy instead of sell. The issue on the entry because of that. This trade, I mean, that was. I'm okay with that decision. I don't necessarily regret that, but anyways, I'm just saying, for as a red day goes, being down 1R on a day where we were pretty much reading price phenomenally. I can't really be mad about a red day like that, right? So can't be mad about a red day like that. Gonna add a contract short on my live here. And roll the stop to 65150. Yeah. Great sell off. No worries. They eat my problem free. Philosophy. Stop to 614. Hovering the close. I may get out here. I don't want to suffer any retracement. Don't want to suffer any real retracements. Actually, no, it's still a pretty good amount that we can go. I lied. I take it back what I said. We're just gonna stick through it, see what happens. 527. Pretty nice PP. Should be speed, in all honesty. 30-second time frame. See how clean the 30-second looks compared to the 1 minute? I'm gonna go to the 1 minute. Like it's so like, ugh, not the best. 609. Yeah, roll the stop to 609. So at least it's not gonna be a 1R loss today. 610. Sorry, 610. Even if we do lose, we'll be down 1536. Oh, half R? Almost half R. If I put my stop here, which I could, I'd be down only half R. Kind of like that. Go 605. 605.50. So, I mean, worst case scenario, we're down half R. Best case scenario, we're up 2.5 R. So, I think that's really good risk management, if you ask me. Stop on ES, roll to 648. Give me that daily low. Oh, yeah. How we just keep winning. I might have to force like I might have to start paper trading. I might have to start paper trading because this is not fair, man. Nah, it's not fair. I just want to put out there that I said best case scenario was 396. If we somehow get that price level, that would be insane. This is an old opening range gap, and the reason this one's important is because it's right below that sell side liquidity pool. So either lunch retraces here, which is what I think is going to happen. But if we just decide to be really heavy, I closed on my live account as well, by the way. Um, I think it's genuinely possible we go fill that up right now. So I didn't leave any runners. I don't have the luxury to leave any runners because I keep taking losses early in the session. Same thing happened yesterday. But this would be a great time to leave one runner because say you put your stop here. Okay, you risk 43 bucks on a logical stop loss placement. That's 130-point run, and that's a big runner. So how did my account run out of how did my run out of space? Did you guys cast a short? Did anyone take a trade today? Is that paper? No, I haven't traded paper in like long ass time, bro. So technically, okay, if you guys want the exact number of this win streak, and I can prove it if anyone wants me to, but it's gonna take me some time because I have to pull it up into TradeZilla. Technically, my last like real losing day was December 5th. If we got a break above this high, you could argue along to target like I don't know what you would target 50%, but I really think this could just tank. I think it's possible. If you were bullish, you didn't catch a trade. Honestly, good for you, bro, because it sold off. So I don't know if you had a really good model that protected you, but well done. You guys are starting to see that it's probably gonna tank and fill this org, huh? We're all seeing the same thing. It's possible. Let's see how much points we could have potentially 68 for the first org level. So we'll see if we get there. Um, technically, my last real losing day was December 5th. Obviously, not every trading day, not every day was a trading day. Technically, there was one losing day we had on Monday, January 5th, but it was something weird. Like I won on alpha, so overall on the day I was still green, but like I took a losing day on this account, I think, or something like that. But if I put in all my accounts, this is gonna tank, isn't it? Anyway, pretty much same as yesterday. I mean, this could have been a lot better. This could have been, like, I would say even should have been a day where, and I'll tell you what I'm gonna journal. I think me chasing this long was just a bad idea to begin with. And I say that because it was like pretty obviously bearish for me, right? So I like you guys know how I preach. I always say the same thing. If I'm bearish and I see a long form that could play out, it's not worth taking the long because I want to save my capital for the short that's going to form after. And that's what I follow most of the time. Here and there, I'll tell myself like this is worth it. Like this was a good long. If I'm being honest, like it was a perfect sweep, CISD, first presentation inversion. So it's not like it was a bad long. That's not what I'm saying. But I mean, it should have been a break even anyways. So I really can't be mad. The issue with taking a long like this is it's so hard to see the short right after. You have to be like that, you know. I take it back. The long was good. Like that was a good setup. It very easily could have went to orc 50 or this high, and it's really strong. Like the way that long formed, nobody can disagree. Sell side, sweep, strong candle, immediately first presentation inversion with the CISD with obvious pre-market highs. Um, it's a really strong one. How much lower can this shit go? My best case scenario is 396.50. And I called that out before. Just want to say that was best case scenario. I don't want to look at the stock market. I'm going to go ahead and assume the video is down around 3%. 2.3. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Goes up, must come down. You got a runner going there. Again, that's like best case scenario. Just keep that in mind. That's the best case. Shorts or longs, I would not long this market anymore. That got me to 53K past the eval. Congratulations, brother. What do you think of your third trade? Which one? This one? This was good. Honestly, no. This one should have been good, but the risk to reward was not there. And I thought I was trying to take a 1.75R trade, and it ended up being like 1.2. I think it was like just a lot more. This was a bad trade, guys. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not just saying that because it went up and stopped me. I'm saying that because it's a low of day protraction model. But keep in mind, I only risked half R, so it was like very comfortable, you know. Can you please check my message? Sure. I did a pyramid of doom. I'm about to crash out. I took an entry at 1024. Okay, first of all, no need to crash out. Your goal is to improve. So if you made a mistake, you're blessed right now. Okay, 1024. You took an entry on a 1 minute time frame. You increase your position. My entry goes all the way lower, and I break even it. Okay, but why'd you break even it? So you entered at 1024, which is here, and then you got break even what here? No, yeah, you're right. The RR was so like that trade idea here was decent. Like it had good principle. The 5 minute protraction, expecting the heaviness, expecting the 15th to stay open. I liked it. Dollar was bullish. The risk to reward was meant to be 1.7, but after I waited a little bit, it ended up being a 1.2. Was it a good trade? I mean, no. It's definitely the worst one. Would I take it again with half R? Maybe with half R I would take it again. So I'm not the most upset about it. Because like you have to keep in mind something. Like this trade, I'll tell you why. In my opinion, this trade's not bad. Because listen, my target is lower, so I get stopped out here. Let's assume I'm right about the target for a moment. Okay, assume ignore like I'm trying to get married this year, low key, bro. Let's assume I'm right about the target, which obviously I was, but let's assume I knew that. This trade makes sense then. If the target is right, this is the right trade to take. The 5 minute silver bullet model with the sell side right there, it makes sense. It's not the most risk optimal, but if that was the target, this is the right trade I want to take. If this target is right, this is also a right trade. Like you get what I'm saying? Why is everyone laughing at me? Random marriage stuff. Well, someone on TikTok chat asked, bro. He said, "When are you getting married?" Oh, everyone's like laughing, thinking I'm a fucking random guy. Someone said, "When are you getting married?" So I said, "I'm probably gonna get married." This guy thought I was randomly plugging that in. I can check the 5 second chart for you. Yeah. Um, I'm gonna do it like this. I don't know what you want to see, but I can't really show much, so you can just look at it like that. Break even at 619. I already lost once before. I didn't want to risk more capital, so I just told myself I get a break even. It's a lesson for my dumb ass. There you go. It's a lesson done. So perfect. Wedding stream? What? I was bullish till 10:30, then I switched buys, did not take any longs, I realized I'm on the wrong. Since then, 10.42 protraction for my 2 plus 1.6. Perfect. Yeah. If you were like more 50-50 on the day or bullish, lost 1.3K, recovered 1.5. Not bad. Not bad. I'm not sure what your risk parameters are. That seems like quite a bit of a loss for one day for me. You're gonna trade Ion? I'm gonna assume you say on your wedding. Yeah, morning session probably. I'm assuming the wedding's gonna be in the afternoon, so surely I can trade the morning, right? If market comes back up to buy side, will you look for another short? No, because that was my target hit for the day. So I have best case scenario targets, but at this point in time, it's a little bit more unclear about what's gonna happen. Imagine getting a big W than getting married later that day. It's really a win-win because even if you lose, like, does it really matter? You're getting married. Like, you're not even gonna think about it. Do a giveaway, but instead of winning an account, we get an invitation to your wedding. There's some weirdos in here, man. I don't know. We'd have to if we ever did something like that, it would have to be on YouTube only. I was just someone in chat said, when am I planning on getting married? Like I'm not married. Like I'm probably getting engaged this year. Are you ever gonna switch to private Discord when you live trade? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. I kind of like this. I kind of like everything. Just it posts itself. Like I don't want to post a 2 to 3 hour stream every day on YouTube, and I still want to document my journey. And YouTube just stores it automatically, so I like that. And if you guys have been noticing, I've been doing pretty good managing chat. Like I read chat, but once I'm in a trade, I'm not reading chat, so I don't really get distracted. And I found a good balance. I feel like. How much are you spending on the ring though? Yo, the rings are not a joke, man. The rings are not a joke. 50 likes on the stream and Daddy marries means that the only stream on TikTok. I stream on YouTube as well. No offense, TikTok, but I do like the YouTube chat a lot more. Who are you marrying with? My girlfriend. You struggle so much with finding daily buys. Today was not an easy day for daily buys because I was predicting the daily chart to flip today. And the reason I did that was just because the daily power of 3 said lower, and we put in this high on Tuesday. So I just thought that it's probably gonna be a Tuesday high of week, and this would be the day that it flips. So I'm definitely gonna have to talk about that with Bootcamp because I told them I wouldn't flip bias until we shift. And then I flipped bias anticipating the flip. So we'll definitely talk about that. Anyways, let's make some key annotations here. Yo, my viewership has been really down. I guess I'm a pretty boring trader, because I'm looking at like other people's streams. Sometimes I'm eating or I'll watch like other people's stream, and they get like so many views, like 1,000, 2,000, but they're like wilding out on their stream. Like, I'm not trying to be entertaining. That's not my goal. Believe it or not, I really don't care how many views I get. I was just looking at it. I was like, well, these guys are like, I don't want to like diss anybody specifically. I can't even name any names if I wanted to, but they're like wilding out on stream. You can go lower. Like that, my best case scenario target is 39650. I can't really say if that's like it's best case scenario, So one thing I want to say here is, remember when I said that if it doesn't go lower at 1027, it's gonna fail, and then immediately like SA has to stop right here, dead in the tracks, and leave that little separation. That was a nice call. 30-second protraction. That pyramid is nice. That's a nice pyramid. How can people say this shit doesn't work? Yeah, I mean they're trading like demo. They're trading demo. They're like wilding out. You see like 5K P&L, but it's all demo. Or you know what they do, bro? You know what people do? Like, should I expose? People get like if you guys ever like hopped onto a stream and you see P&L that's like 2,000, 3. You know what they do? They have a lot of accounts. They full port, and the one that wins, they show the P&L. They hop on stream. They're like, I'm up 2-3K today. Really, they're just on stream trying to get sales for a mentorship or a course, and they're showing their P&L at the top. We're not going to show the executions. Not going to show the. They're just going to show the P&L tool and the 2 to 3K P&L. They're not going to show the accounts that lost. They're not going to show the execution. They're just going to full port all the accounts and then show the P&L and be like, oh, I'm up this much on the day. They ain't going to do that shit live. They ain't going to do that shit live. They're not going to show the losses like this. You know how hard this is to show? I mean, I'm used to it. I've been streaming for 2 years now almost, but they're going to show the losses. They can show the losses. It's bad for business. More definitive color here. Let's just go with black. 950 macro delivered. Hey, we were asking for a good day. If you were bullish today, you struggled. Probably. I'm not trying to diss you, but I'm just saying, I think if everyone came into the day bearish, most people would have ended at least break even, risk managed, or green. Supposedly. I mean, if I told you guys, everyone look for shorts, nobody take any longs, I would say the shorts are pretty clear, right? We manipulated, put in the low, so have buy side, short number one. You have fair value gap short here, inversion fair value gap short here. You have the retracement short two. Maybe you shorted here and lost like me, 15-minute fair value. If I told you only look for shorts today, I think most of you would be able to end the day in green if you were looking for shorts the entire day. So I personally really love this price action. I mean, it was easy enough for me to read, I would say. Breaker MIDI form here. Is there anything else that's really key? 1050 macro now. I'll make this a little bit bigger because that was my main target. That's pretty much it. I mean, silver bullet protraction, M15, FPG minus. Yeah, I mean the pyramid here, or closed trade. Oh, you know what? This is probably a bad time to do this, but let me make sure I close all my orders. Can you explain 50K alpha zero? I just passed, so now we'll come back to 50K. Yes, anytime you get a futures account, once you pass, the account resets to 50K, and then you trade from there. Also, dollar's just going lower, I guess. I mean, it is more neutral, but okay, I got a problem on entries. Any advice? That's a very vague. You have a problem on entries? My advice is find a way to improve your entries. I need more specific than that, brother. What's the problem? When do you think is the next big discount on alpha? I want to buy some 150Ks. It's got to be in sometime in January, right? Is there like a Easter? Is that coming up soon? It's got to be something in January. If I had to guess, I feel like it's been a while. Maybe next week, maybe the week after. I don't know when Easter is. Maybe Easter or Valentine's Day. Easter is April. Oh shit. Never mind. Bro, I honestly thought there was news at 8:30 a.m. and I was targeting data high. Yo, I don't want to talk about the data shit. Valentine's Day for sure will have one. Hey, Gaty, I DM you to ask a question after sheep. Yeah, message me on Discord. The Discord's free. You can always come ask me questions. So, what do you expect the PM session now? Good question. I would have to see what lunch does. If lunch retraces, I'd expect PM to deliver lower. If lunch can move higher. If we were just like, it really depends. You don't want to try to pick the bottom, but this could be the daily range. I mean, like if I'm being completely honest and transparent with you guys, it's not the best day to trade PM session. We hit out daily targets. You could argue this is weekly targets. We could be range bound Thursday, Friday after this. Like maybe this is the weekly target. So I would be bearish. I wouldn't look for longs because any long that happens is retracement. So that's fine. You can trade that. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. Just ask yourself, where can it retrace to? Maybe you're in a long right now. Okay, maybe this fair value gap's a good target. It's in premium, right there. It's imbalance, unfilled. You could target that. But in my opinion, any longs that form for the rest of the week, assuming the daily candle closes like this, any long that delivers higher is just a retracement, in my opinion. Because just for my narrative, and what I think is going to happen on the daily chart, either we go sideways here, which we've been doing for like 5 years, or we take out this low. Either or, I don't want to be taking longs. So I'm going to be waiting. Can you scalp? Yeah, that's a different story. But we're talking about like, I'm not really a scalper. I'm really more looking for, if you want to scalp, it's a different story. Started January 2025 with meme coins for 2 or 3 months. Started learning ICT. Bought the first season. I held it for 3 months. That's very impressive, actually. That's my target. Easy 3 hours. There you go. What time is lunch? Lunch starts officially at 11:30. I need literally $120 to pass. 2 of my tile sets is probably the hardest part. Are you up today? Daily suspension block 0.65, 0.75 scalp. Yeah, you can always look for scalps. You have a very obvious target, maybe a very obvious high or low, a very obvious fair value gap. Just follow the momentum. You could probably find a 1R maybe. See you in a bit. Gotta take care of some stuff before class. Take care. Yep, class at 12 today. Make an announcement. Yeah, we'll do boot camp class at 12. It's gonna be an important one. My lawns are cooking. Not about that. I don't know. Anyone here from T2 SMC guy? I don't know who that is. Check DMs? Sure. So I'll just here. I'm here to answer questions. I'm already done my journal. This is it. We already hit the objective, so there's not much more for me to do. I'll just full screen this. Buy side, break. Buy side, break. I guess one thing I'll do, I'll post the live account executions in Discord today. If you have questions, feel free to ask. Can you explain the engineer lows and highs? Yes. So basically, if we're bearish, this is what you want to see. If we're bearish, this low is engineered. What does that mean? It means this low is being put here before we take the buy side. Why? Why is that important? It's because this is where stop losses get placed. This is where stop losses get placed for the run lower. So the market goes down and then explodes higher. People go long here. I went long here, unfortunately. I put my stop loss here, but luckily I trailed aggressively and, we lost less. But people had stop losses here immediately. Many people went long here, for sure. This is what we call double purge. The market goes down when we're bearish, puts in a low, then sweeps buy side. Now we have engineered liquidity here. We took out the liquidity here, and now the market can run on liquidity. And when you see that, it should always be aggressive. That's this. Boom. This becomes a bearish breaker. And I shorted inside that today. That was a nice short too. Yeah, that was a nice short too. It was 3R, not 1R. Don't respect me. I added you. I'll make sure to DM me if I have any questions. Yep, you can DM me on Discord. Daddy, where do you put your journal? In the Discord, I put it in the trading section. So every day on live stream, I'll show my executions. Here, trading. So every day you can come back, you see my trade. You're probably gonna see a lot of wins recently. Like that ass, we just been printing like short, 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 TP, buy, loss, short, 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 TP, short, 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 TP. Short, yo, that's a sniper trade, huh? Short, TP, short, TP. Long, stopped out, short, TP, short again, TP, TP. Buy, TP. Made $1,000 in New York, I guess. Short, TP. Short. Yo, when the hell did I take these trades, bro? When the hell did I take a trade like this and sniped it? Short, short, TP? I don't even remember that shit. Crazy. Buy, TP. This was an eval, must be, right? Yeah, eval trade. No way I'm risking that much. Buy, TP. Buy, TP, TP. Like, I'm telling you guys, straight up, the win streak has been there. I finally came back home. Short, short, stopped out. Oh, this is our losing day? Oh, so that was my last losing day. Wait, when was this? No, I must have made this back. Oh, I went live for FOMC. I must have made money for FOMC. Ah, see? Successful FOMC. FOMC. So we made that back. Wow. What is this beautiful price action? When was this? You guys seeing this? Beautiful accumulation, manipulate 930 classic model silver bullet inside org. This shit was beautiful, man. Shit was beautiful. We're still taking the last couple of days we've been taking early losses in this session. So I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people are copying. Uh, just know that the wish it's not going to go on forever. So as long as you keep managing your risk, I mean that's what really matters. So the same thing happened yesterday. We were down 1.5 R today. Yesterday we were down 1.5 R. Today I was down 1.5 R. And both days we ended up. So um read all this shit. So if you're not on the free Discord, feel free to come through. Um any gate I gotta go to the gym today. I gotta call. I'm looking for a new accountant. If anyone lives in Toronto area and has a really good accountant, let me know. I'm trying to find someone good. Um yeah, well, I appreciate you guys coming through to the live stream. Um, that's it for me today. Seems like no one has any major questions, so I will see you. Can you see? Oh, I guess I can ask some questions. And you had a 5 minute CIC return reaction to IPD. Why didn't you consider that? This buy the long here. Oh, sour. Are you Tommy? I got you. I just added you into bootcamp, brother. Can we invest in the video right now? I'm probably gonna buy more, but it has to go below 180 for me. I'm already in at this price point, so I need to go lower. I don't think it's a bad time. Um, what would you take your profit target before payout? I know you blow account on drawdown if you pull too much. Not with alpha futures. That's why I trade alpha futures. You don't blow the account if you pull. You get to keep it. It's the only firm that allows you to do that. That's why I'm trying to put you guys on. So say you make whatever, $1,000 on alpha futures. You want to request 500, 750, 1,000 even. You can request that and the account doesn't get blown. You get to keep. What's the date today? 14? So I'm affiliated with them, but again, I really don't care. You don't have to use my code. Just straight up, the only firm that allows you to do that. I have literally 3 winning days on Alpha this month, and I'm eligible for payout. And it's nice. Like it's not the most, but like it covers all bills. So you really can't complain. Like meanwhile on Top Step, which I also use, I'm trying to build a buffer right now. And we're slowly getting there, but that takes time. And on Take Profit Trader, I'm also trying to build a buffer. So no payouts on those. But Alpha, I get paid. Easy payment. How much would you recommend to risk if I'm $1,000 away from passing? $2,000 max. I risk 250. I think 250 is a good number. Risk 250 per trade. The maximum loss per day for yourself would be 500. Just passed first alpha in a while now. Finally, congrats, brother. 50 away from blowing XFA. Any advice? Is it what firm is it with? 5 minutes yes, you reserved for long. That's what I was talking about for your question. It's simple. I wasn't bullish. That's it. I don't really care about the pattern. I saw it, and I even said that, you know what, maybe I'm wrong, and it rejects here, it makes a higher high. And then I said, if it does make a higher high, it's probably going to go up here. But that didn't happen. It's Top Step. Franco, I would full port CPI. So don't trade until CPI. Go get another eval. Try Alpha Zero. Um, and see if CPI can save your account for free. Straight up. Gotta really hate myself for adding onto my position and getting break even like that. There's nothing wrong with adding on to your position, but you just have to make sure your stop was at a good level. Like, did you add way too much? Is that what happened? Because I added, but my stop was stayed logical. Like, what you do is you move your stop first, but even then, like, myth. Let's say you accidentally added too much. Okay, take some away. The stop still has to be somewhere logical. Did you ever see me put my stop somewhere illogical? My stop always had logic. My stop was here. We went down. I moved it here. I didn't add yet. Market went down. The trace I added. I had my stop here to cover this gap. Added in the gap. Market went down. Moved my stop. I could have added one here if I wanted to, but it was pretty aggressive. And I moved my stop here. If you added too much by accident, just take them back away. You added 3. You meant to, and it's too much risk. Okay, partial 1 right away. Partial 2 right away. You know? Yeah, you know there are uncertainties in trading. How do you deal with them? Oh, I don't have uncertainties, brother. I know if I show up every day and I manage my risk, money will come into my bank account, you know? There's uncertainty in terms of how much. Like, I don't know how much I'm going to make this month or next month. But, so I guess that is, it is frustrating. How do you deal with it? You try to get other sources of income. That's a little bit more, like guaranteed every single month, because I don't get a payout every month. I've been getting one for a little bit while now, but you know, I don't expect to get a payout every single month, you know, unless I'm account cycling, which I don't like to do. I don't like to spend money on evals that much. So there's definitely uncertainties like that, but there's no uncertainties in my mind that I'm not going to make money, you know? Like, I know if I show up and manage risk, I'm going to make money. Maybe not every single month, but majority of the months. It's going to bring money into my bank account. So I don't have any uncertainty in that, if that's what you're asking. Do you have any advice for emotional traders? You should watch my series on emotions. I have one episode for every single emotion: greed, fear, discipline. Watch them all. Take notes. It will 100% help you if you watch. I can promise you it will help you. I might blow 50k zero fund the internet to make space for 100k or something. I can give it somehow. I would just full port it, you know? Just go like super aggressive. Your next 3 trades, take them all with 1 mini. If you happen to win out, shit, you win out. If you lose, then you can't reset a funded. No, even if you could, it's the firms that allow you. It's so expensive, it's not worth it. Like TopStep is what, $500 or $600 to reset a funded. Bro, just buy. Just buy. You can pass one before that. $600 to pass one eval on TopStep. Eval's like $50, $60 or something. Just get a new account, man. Just get the eval. We went to the 5-minute bearish BPR and got a 1-minute CIC out of it. Where would you put your stop loss above the BPR? Above the high. Above the high. That's exactly how I like to trade. So my protraction model. So most of the time, we get the retracement. I wait for that break, just like you said, the CIC BPR, and I put my stop here. Whoops. That's how I like to trade. Now, sometimes, instead of doing it like this, right? Instead of doing it like this, enter and stop here. Sometimes, I did that on this trade, right? Or I pyramided. I will add, so my stop was here. I moved it here, the top of this gap. I don't want to see this gap inverse, so I'm going to put the stop at the top, right? And then I added it here. So instead of waiting for it to break this and get the CISD and moving my stop here, I put my stop here, added here. Now I could have, if I wanted to, moved my stop, which I did. I moved it here, remember? When it was 1042, I put my stop at 1041. I could have added another contract there. Probably should have, but I wanted to be a little bit more safe and guarantee, like, because I was down on the day. Fortunately, I keep catching my winners when I'm down on the day. So you guys will see that once we're up on the day, you know, and I'm guaranteed to be break even or plus 1R on the day, I can be way more aggressive to make my winning day, try to make it bigger, right? So I didn't have that luxury today. Today I was trying to make back loss and end green. You know, luckily we ended green today, but my goal was to make back my loss because I made mistakes early on in the session. Reading Trading in the Zone, it helped. I love Trading in the Zone. It's so good. I'm so close to God right now, and every time I learn a new lesson, mistake, maybe it's worth it. I like to keep learning and buy a good account in February, but it hurts. I added to my position when we traced the first FG there, that made actually go all the way lower to 619 price level. Yeah, that's normal though. That's fine. Right? That's totally fine. The entry is going to go lower when you pyramid. That's why you have to move your stop before you pyramid, right? You can't just keep adding and leave your stop. You're going to risk way too much. You can only add into a trade if you move your stop lower. So my stop was here. I moved it here. Therefore, I can add here, right? My stop is here. I add a contract here. I move my stop here. Only after you move your stop. You trade ICT breaker structure. Not really, but I mean, kind of. Like, that's not really how I exactly like to trade, but that's kind of what I'm looking for, I guess. I sure you know what helps you. Good fucking knowing you can speak freely on everything, including your emotions. The next thing will be so much easier. Yeah, journaling is important. It helps me a lot. Using Q mini chart, ICT said that. Technically, mini is better. Yes, if we get FD analysis or overall analysis and Q mini to open on the macro chart. Is there really a fair value gap on mini? Like, that's pretty rare. Like, I'll be honest, it's pretty rare. There's no fair value gap on micro, but there is on mini. Technically, you're supposed to use mini, but it's going to be there. Gatie, bro, I got a problem on entries. Any advice and details? I predict the move, but I get stopped out. That doesn't seem like a problem on entries. That seems like a... I mean, where was your... Like, show me your trade. Post it in the Discord at me. Say you're from YouTube. Can you review my trade? I'll tell you where I went wrong. I also get wrong sometimes. I don't catch the win every time first try. I took a trade here. I closed early, break even. Took a trade here, lost. Okay, but I got it the third time. You're not supposed to get it first try every single time so easily straight to TP. That's too easy. If you're not okay taking a loss or two every now and then before you catch the move, then you have to go up a time frame. You can't trade the 1 minute. You got to wait for a very strong displacement. Your RR is going to be lower. Your frequency will be lower. You'll get stopped out less, though. No, I don't have a job. I haven't worked in 2 years. You record the trade? Post it. Let's see. I'd love to see that. What time is it? 11:23. I'll give you guys like 3 more minutes if anyone has any pressing questions. Can you explain the retract? It's protraction. It's just my model. I see so many trades where it just recovers. Wait, are you talking about my protraction model or are you talking about a retracement model? I got cooked on those shorts. I don't know why I'm shorting low of day. You shorted here? Yeah, I think you know. This would be like again, I'm not trying to hate on you, Christopher. But it's a good study. I would say that this is fear of missing a move. Like you maybe feel maybe you're down on the day, you want to make it back. Maybe you feel like you want to end the day green. You're looking to take a trade, expecting to make money. Those kind of things. Because I mean, let's just put into retrospect here what has happened. Okay, we had so many good setups. The market delivered so far down 300 points, and you're like, yep. Now that we move 300 points, I'm gonna short. You missed the move, you know? Like, it happens. You don't have to catch every move, you know? You don't have to catch them all. You're not expected to, you know? Take it easier on yourself. Okay, you missed it. Yeah, you probably felt that. But that's a good study, man. And as long as you know, like, it's not gonna define you what happened today, you know? So as long as you're aware. When you gonna make what's your thing in the Discord? Is it the same? A Trading Co? Completely FOMO. I never, yeah, I think you know. You don't have to think about it much more than that. You just, that's it. But you go to your journal, you talk about it, and then you move on to the next day. What channel? It doesn't matter. Just tag me. It's gonna be a while before I'll watch it when I can, but I have to go make food, and then boot camp's at 12. So you missed the stream today. Another roller coaster day for me, if I'm being honest. How do you know that I will go down again instead of the V-shaped recovery for a bullish day? Because I was bearish. I didn't know for sure, but I was okay to manage my risk. If I was wrong, what's the first thing I said when I lose this trade? I said, worst case scenario, I'm wrong. The market goes up. I'm down 2R on the day. Okay. And come back another day. Do the same thing. You know? It's not that I knew. It's that I was okay being wrong. I'm not trying to be right. I'm trying to take the right trades. I don't care if I'm right or wrong. I don't know if I'm going to be... It's out of my control. How am I supposed to know? What am I supposed to do about that? You know? I'm not looking to be right. That's not my goal. So I didn't know that it was going to go down. I knew that it was more likely, most likely, you know. How did I know? Well, because my model formed. 15-minute bearish for value gap, silver bullet protraction. We got SMT. We took the buy side here. We got a CISD. And then this looks scary, but it did not look scary on S&P 500. ES was respecting the order block perfectly, and I called that. And then once we got the OB here, I was pretty confident that it was going to go. So I didn't know. I saw good signatures in price, but appreciate you, Isaiah. Much love, but you don't trade volume? No, I don't really look at that personally. Can you explain a propulsion block? It's just an order block that forms off of an order block. So you see this order block right here? This is an order block. This is the wick of the order block, but it counts. The opening price is the CISD. So CISD is here, but the order block is this entire stuff. So price right here trades into the order block and then boom, leaves. This is your propulsion block. 2022 candle is respecting the rejection block. Yeah, right there. Refusing to make the higher high. That's correct. Now I would say it's this, I mean this is an order block here. It's a little bit cleaner on ES. Like if I show you ES, it doesn't look that. See how ES just forms the OB and it doesn't even get up to 50% of it. Like it's a lot better on ES. But like yeah, the premise is the same, right? Yeah, means exactly. Exactly. Anyways, I think that's all the question for today. I appreciate. Keep beta adjust on. Yes, keep that on. You definitely want to keep that on. Appreciate you guys coming through. I will see you guys live again tomorrow. Um, yeah, stay safe, manage risk. If you're trading the rest of the day, be careful because we have moved a lot. So I would say scalps from here on out, but that's up to you and your model and your journal. So stay safe. Till next time. Peace.